Hi, this is Ishita. You're watching The Shine Show. And today we are talking to Kunal Verma from Pitstop Delhi, who's been into this business from 2014. And he is a very experienced detailer. He also runs a paint shop. Initially, he had a franchisee and now he's having his own standalone store. So the main points that we are going to discussing today would be like आपका अगर फ्रेंचाइजी है और आप अपने इंडिविजुअल स्टोर की तरफ शिफ्ट करना चाहते हैं, सो क्या ड्रॉबैक्स होंगे, क्या बेनिफिट्स फ्रेंचाइजी के साथ होते हैं, क्या आपके स्टैंड अलोन स्टोर के बेनिफिट्स होते हैं. सो हाय कुणाल.
हाय चिता.
Welcome to the show. So tell us something. Why were you interested into this field, detailing? Why detailing?
See, we've always had that knack for cars, and I always like to keep my cars maintained, and I always had that thing in me where I want to always have a clean car. There have been instances where I used to sit in a cab for some reason and I used to hate it, like, that dirty looking car smell, and I just can't stand it. That was one of the reasons why I was like, I need a deep cleaning on my car, and that's what I used to go through with a lot of regular unprofessional car washes using different sort of soaps, which are being actually used on different other materials as well. But and then we wanted to explore something like that. So long time back in 2014, there's a thing called 3M Car Care. It was a franchisee that they had started. And we started our journey from there. Me and my partner Divik, we both opened up the third franchisee in North India by the name of 3M Car Care in Rajouri Garden.
Okay.
And since then we've been doing detailing, car detailing and paint protection films. In fact, we've been applying paint protection films at that time when people used to come to our detailing store for a car wash, and from there we used to try and make them understand कि सर वॉश तो चलो करा लिया है, बट पेंट को प्रोटेक्शन इससे नहीं मिलेगा. पेंट को प्रोटेक्शन के लिए यू हैव टू गेट अ PPF डन.
That was 3M.
Yes, that was 3M Scotch Guard. 3M Scotch Guard PVC films that we're getting applied, which I'm sure aapko abhi bhi, you must be getting those cars to remove those films. Though they only had a 1-year warranty, the client had
they carried it for 4 years, 5 years, and now it's a task for us to remove it.
It is a task for everyone, even for us.
Yes. So you thought कि जो मेरा clean car passion है उसको let's convert that into a business and earn through it while I clean my car. Okay. So आपका what was the initial money that you had put into it when you took 3M का franchise in 2014?
Somewhere around, I think around 90 lakhs, because it was a store franchise from a 3M brand. So they had their own, things to have. The certain standards were supposed to be maintained, and the cost of products were also very high. But we were also doing good quality product at that time. But it took a lot of money to make us understand the sort of money that we had put in the business, and obviously there was a lot of recurring costs as well. When we started 3M, there were options like there's no other option per se in terms of
in 2014
in terms of franchisees, and plus the cost that we were looking at was not just a fixed cost. There was also a recurring cost where they were taking 10% of our sales.
Okay,
that was something which was very big. Now I don't think in their franchise model there's a fixed percentage of this thing. I think there is
mostly yes, there is. What they call it, royalty fee.
I mean, royalty fees is definitely important for a franchise. I'm sure if they give that sort of support system at the back, but a percentage wise, if it is 10%, the business goes out for a toss. Like, it's not that. So
you took a franchisee because you were inexperienced, or you wanted some hand holding, or there was some specific support that you were getting from 3M?
Number one, I was getting a big brand, which was not there anywhere. Plus, obviously, the sort of products that we all. At that time, I actually thought that, 3M has the best products available in the market. There's no other brand in the auto detailing industry which will have better products than them. But gradually, after a year or 2 and 3 years, we realized that the products that they were giving are the same products that they're giving or supplying to a local market at 50% of the cost. That was one reason why the economics of the franchisee did not work. And once we obviously started reaching a great number, we started realizing that they started opening up stores around us as well. So that used to, take away a little bit of our sale. And the
Sale.
profitability of a business is something which is very important. Yes,
True,
there is passion,
true,
but
true.
profitability नहीं रहेगा तो क्या क्या
I
रहेगा,
know that
yeah?
it's not an NGO.
Yeah,
It's
not
a
an NGO.
profit-making organization.
Absolutely.
So, आप initial अगर हम बात कर रहे हैं 80-90 lakhs में, what all did you get?
So we got all sorts of support, the brand name. Then we got a proper training from the 3M team. Then we got all the products which were from 3M. And obviously a lot of calls started coming in through their call centers as well.
Okay.
That was there.
So they were passing on their leads to you?
Yeah, they were passing on leads to us. And in fact, the clients that, one of the first rap client that I had in 2014, his car we just delivered his car in 2 days back.
Okay.
So we're still retaining those clients with different, we are also evolving with the brand. And we realized in 2017 that there are more companies in the detailing industry worldwide who specialize only in detailing products and manufacturing better detailing products.
So you realized that initial hand holding was fine, but eventually you wanted to fly solo.
Absolutely.
Because of the profit margins and...
Not just profit margins. It was more about, we are a very quality driven detailing store. We want the best of quality to be delivered to any client whose car gets inside our workshop we've closed the pricing part and everything, which every client would want, right? But after a certain level, we want the quality to be unmatched. So for that, I realized that 3M or any other franchisee, what happens is that once you have a franchisee with someone, you're bound to only work with them and their products and their know-how. But I also wanted to put in my own research into it and understand that, this product is great, but there's always another product which can be better. But I could not try those brands because of the fact that I'm bound by a signature by them. By a contract.
And you could only use products supplied by 3M.
By them, whether they are great or not.
Or not. Okay. So, ऐसे में the biggest challenge that comes is due to the limit R&D and the arrogance of the big brands.
And the dependency.
They feel that we are what we are. And this is good enough, what you're using.
Absolutely.
But markets constantly evolve.
Absolutely.
And you have a lot of new products, revolutionary products, which keeps coming. So that ways, I think it's better to have hands on different products.
Initially, yes, at that time it was required, but I think Ishita, ab is time pe itne sari franchisees bhi aa gaye hain. The business is growing big time in India. And there's so much content on YouTube. People are opening up stores without even having any sort of experience or any sort of backing of a franchisee as well. In fact, my own clients have started coming up to me and saying, "Yeah, I'm really passionate about this business.
And I would open it.
I would love to open another one." I just got a call like half an hour back while I was sitting with you that, "Are you interested in opening another one somewhere?"
Yeah. So even I keep hearing these kind of things from my customers.
Yeah, but I tell my client, I said, "See, you're looking at my workshops now, which are they're full with cars. You're not seeing those struggles that we've also gone through.
Yes.
चलती हुई दुकान सबको बड़ी अच्छी लगती है, but वो उस टाइम पे कोई नहीं देखता है जब नहीं चल रही होती है."
And I'm sure and because सबको ऐसा लगता है कि retailing is very easy.
Absolutely.
बहुत आसान है, सब कर रहे हैं. And in my case, people on my face, they've said कि if a female can run it, so can I. It's not like that.
It's not like
you need to have
attention to detail.
Yes, attention to detail. You need to have passion. You need to have that knack for holding on to the quality. Then very you have to take a conscious decision about product selection.
Absolutely.
And the kind of clients that you choose. It's not only about you really cannot cater to everyone.
No, we can't.
You have to be very selective about it also.
Absolutely.
So ये आपने फिर then 2017 you
we shifted
got
this
into
thing and we
standalone.
opened up our own brand name called Pitstop by Autolab.
Okay.
And we started our own detailing and paint protection film. We got a few brands under our own portfolio. Then in 2020, post-COVID, we opened up a car body shop as well. We've started using this brand called Glasurit, which is a BSF brand, which is one of the top of the line brands. It's approved
this is the paint booth.
Yeah, with a proper paint booth. We've got SATA guns. We've got like in terms of the guns that we use are literally the Rolls Royce of guns. That's the level of guns that we're using, and the sort of paint jobs that we are achieving are due to the brand selection that we've done, and not just the brand, the base structure to the base material that we use is all branded. In fact, we still use 3M. It's not like they've
acquired Maguire's.
Yeah, they've acquired Maguire's.
Yes.
They've acquired Maguire's, and see, we still use 3M, but we did not want to use just 3M. We wanted to make our own recipe around the whole, achieving that finish. These are the products that are required. So we use different products for different steps and different brands of pads and different brands of chemicals that are being used to achieve a certain finish that our brand wants the quality to be delivered to a client.
So you have 2 stores now?
We've got 2 stores in Kirtinagar right now, currently.
Both detailing with a paint booth?
Yeah, both detailing with a paint booth.
Okay. So you've never thought of going back to any other franchisee system, or you were done with it?
I'm done with it. I don't want to get into any franchisee. I don't think franchisees can work at a level where a standalone store can. He will always have those limitations of only being able to select the products which are there with the franchisee owner. And if the franchisee owner is not good in terms of improvising with the product, suppose today there's another product that has been launched, there's another technology of paint protection film that has been launched, but which is fast evolving, but his whole business model is obviously already settled in a way that he's earning this much money with the sort of manufacturer he's buying his product from. It's very difficult for him to change from that to another manufacturer that quickly.
No, but if what do you have to say, like if you keep changing brands, like some revolutionary PPF has come and you're switching to it, some revolutionary ceramic has come, you're switching to it. So what is the view that you get from your customers? Are they comfortable switching on along with you to different products, or do they think that every time they come you have a new product to offer?
No, so we don't have a new product every time that a product comes to the market. We get vendors every second, third day sitting for hours just to introduce their own PPF. But we have to see a lot of things. It's not just a product which is being offered by us as a workshop.
Same जो issue आप बता रहे हो, the same I also had the same issue. प्रोडक्ट का लिमिटेशन है, क्वालिटी का लिमिटेशन है, फिर प्रोडक्ट डाइल्यूशंस भी कई बार हो रहे थे, तो लोअर क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट्स वर बीइंग इंट्रोड्यूस्ड एंड वी वर पुश्ड टू यूज देम. सो आई डिसाइडेड कि अकेले करेंगे. देन आई वाज लाइक कि अब इशू ये है कि सिंस यू आर अ फीमेल, तो और अचानक से मतलब मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम भी नहीं हुआ था. इट वॉज हार्डली 1.5 year इन अ फ्रेंचाइजी. जैसे आपने तो 3-4 साल लिए हैं उससे बाहर आने के लिए. Just 1.5 year. Wow. And I was like, I was so tensed into that system. I was like, I really need to break free. Absolutely. So it was a challenge to be or not to be. उसमें रहे निकले. सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन होता है कि जो मेरे कस्टमर्स हैं उनकी लॉयल्टी वुड दैट बी विद द ब्रांड या और मी. इट्स मी. यस, मतलब वो इनिशियली आपको बहुत सारे डाउट्स रहते हैं ना. सो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि मैं क्या करूं, रहूं, बाहर निकलूं. तो वो डिलेमा में रहते रहते देन आई रियलाइज दैट डर के काम नहीं चलेगा. हिम्मत तो करनी पड़ेगी एंड यू विल हैव टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस.
एब्सोल्युटली.
एंड
दैट्स बीन थ्रू ऑल दिस बाय द वे.
यू मस्ट हैव बीन. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम डिस्कसिंग दिस विद यू.
साल में ऐसे 1-2 बार और भी इंस्टेंसेस थॉट्स आते हैं, साल में 1-2 बार आते हैं, बट देन यू आल्सो उसके एक हफ्ते बाद ऐसा भी आता है कि नहीं यार जो करा है ठीक करा है. So I'm telling you, like, yes, I sometimes feel that the market is down, we should also start catering to 50,000-60,000 rupees of PPF. And then suddenly, after a week, I'm like, yeah, see? And ये साल में 2 बार होता है. I've started realizing this.
Whenever you will have a lean period, so you start revisiting your decision.
Yeah.
And whenever you're doing really good, then you're like, oh, everything is fine. I was like, जबरदस्ती का tension था. So I shouldn't have stressed out. Absolutely. So वो. And this is with every business. Yeah. This is with every business. Yeah. So my trick is whenever there is a lean period, I take it as my leisure time. I really never go to that area where I'm like, I'm getting into negative thoughts या नहीं होगा. So जो भी है, whatever, So you have to make arrangement for the winters, no?
Absolutely.
So चल जाता है, and that's how. So coming back to it, I was like, I have to decide, I have to get out of it. So then I, in fact, IDA.
IDA is the organization.
Yes. So I looked up to them also. वहाँ से information बहुत सारा लिया, बहुत सारा training मैंने revisit किया अपना. And I was very sure कि if I'll have complete knowledge about the product, थोड़ा time लग सकता है. Processes follow करेंगे जैसे follow करने हैं. Products, best of the products लेकर के आएंगे. So it took me about 4 to 5 months to shortlist products. क्या क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, निकालना है. फिर आपका लीगल हैसल भी होता है बिकॉज आप फ्रेंचाइजी से ब्रेक कर रहे हो, बाहर निकल रहे हो. बट उसमें बहुत सारे लूप होल्स होते हैं. सो इफ यू टेक गाइडेंस फ्रॉम अ गुड लॉयर, हाँ, सो एंड you have to be lucky to find a good lawyer. So आप उससे बाहर निकल आते हो, इतना बड़ा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट then you start flying solo, इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता है. हाँ, थोड़ा apprehensions आपके इनिशियल ईयर में रहते हैं, ups and downs, और वो आपके हमेशा रहते हैं. अगर आप 10-year-old भी हो जाते हो ना इन द बिजनेस, तब भी वो लीन पीरियड आपको पुल कर ही लेता है कई बार.
Yeah, but then when I speak to my partner as well, I sometimes whenever there's a lean period, I'm like, then he's like, remember those days when we were not even 50% of where we are in a lean month, so relax.
I know.
So that's also
I
there.
know. और सबसे बड़ा इसमें चैलेंज आता है प्राइस वॉर. Because people who are doing like PPF की अगर हम बात कर रहे थे, तो जो 20-30-40,000 रुपीज में PPF कर रहे हैं, एंड वेयर यू आर डूइंग अ गुड क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट, वो देयर इज अ सर्टेन प्राइस उसके नीचे आपने 1.2 से नीचे कुछ नहीं आ सकता,
हो ही नहीं सकता,
आ ही नहीं सकता है. बट कस्टमर को नहीं समझ आता ना वो चीजें. उनको तो लगता है कि सेम ब्रांड तो इतने में अवेलेबल है ना.
I'll tell you, Achita, a very recent issue that I had with one of my clients. He's a client of mine from 2014. Every year he'll get at least 3 cars done from us, and blind faith, and he used to only keep his car for not more than a year and a half. So I used to always suggest him a product accordingly, where he does not have to spend top-notch money, but something which will still have good value to him, but not a 50,000-60,000 rupee product. Since dealerships have also started doing PPS now, so he got the car delivered from the dealership, and he told me that please get the car picked. I got the car picked. We haven't even finalized which product he wants to get at what price. The car comes to our workshop, and then he gives me a call, and he's like, Kunal, which product are you planning to apply on my car, and this and that, what's the price? I told him everything. I said, this product and this price, I think this will go well. Best price, I said, done, this is the price. He's like, Kunal, if suppose you're giving me a price of 100, I'm getting the same product at the dealership at 60. I said, sir, it's not possible. Try and understand. This is not at all possible. He's like, no, I've seen the branding as well. I said, at a dealership, the OEM dealerships do not do their PPS on their own, right? They have a third party vendor, just like us.
Yes.
Someone will tell me that, इस वाली dealership पे contract कर लो, और वहाँ पर जाकर dealership ने क्या करना है? Dealership ने 50% तो sale का ले लेना है सबसे पहले, average. 50% लेने के बाद there's a product cost, and then there's the vendor like me or someone or the other who they have hired. He also has to get his profit.
True.
So at 60 rupees, the product cost must be nothing more than what? 10-20 rupees?
Yes.
So there's no point of getting that sort of a product, but the customers get convinced because it's a dealership. After having that conversation, he said that, Kunal, I won't be able to get the car done. I said, I have no problem. I sent the car back. I said,
we'll talk after 1 year.
We'll talk after a year and a half. Though a couple of days later, he called me back again that, listen, I'm getting the car through you only. I'm not going anywhere. Please get the car picked again. I said, fine. I have no problem, but this is the price that you have to pay for it. So these instances keep occurring with us every now and then. So
do you also face challenges with dealerships these days more?
Dealerships will be good to give us popularity, but if someone understands the work, any client जो सबसे पहली बार काम करा रहा है गाड़ी पे, और अगर वो dealership से करा रहा है, जो मेरा client already existing नहीं है, I'm very happy. वो 1-1.5 साल बाद जब उसको प्रोडक्ट के बेनिफिट समझ आएंगे और एप्लीकेशन देखेगा, वो खुद उसके बाद किसी अच्छे डिटेलर को ढूंढकर उसके पास आएगा.
ये नेगेटिव भी तो हो सकता है.
नेगेटिव अच्छे
then these customers, these are exactly those customers जो ये बोलते हैं PPF मत करवाना, कोई फायदा नहीं है, it's a bad product.
See, there is a client for everything, right?
Yeah.
I can't cater to every client. वो जो client को पता है कि PPF अच्छा है, like अब हमारी अगर बात करें so 70-80% of my work on my clientele is all reference based. Any new client addition that I'm having is also reference based. Someone who has heard our name through some friend or the other. If I'm doing good work, only then that customer is saying good things about us, right?
That's a sign of doing a good work. You know, I think all the good detailers, if we talk about anywhere in India, if anyone is doing more work through references, that's a good job.
Jita, I just got an hour back, I just got a call from a client who's my client. He's come through a reference. His car is getting delivered on the 5th of Feb at AMP or any other, it's a Range Rover Sport.
Yeah.
And he's already sent me the money. First time he's getting it done through a reference, he's come. And the car will be delivered to me first. We'll get the PPF done. Then we'll have to deliver the car back to the dealership and the dealership will deliver the car.
Okay.
So there are instances like that. There are. People are not getting it done from a dealership. They're still sending it to us and then getting the car back to the dealership to get a delivery from there.
I haven't had this kind of an incident, but yes, a lot of my clients were my regular clients. So whenever any of their acquaintances are buying vehicles, what they do is they come to me, they fix an appointment, they say पूजा बाद में कराऊंगा, गाड़ी पहले आपके पास दे दूंगा, आप PPF कर देना, उसके बाद मंदिर जाएगी. तो वो गाड़ी लेने के बाद भी 3 से 4 दिन, because that is the actual good time that you need.
Straight from the dealership. So that happens. But अभी dealership, there is a very very popular brand which everyone is doing, जिसके बारे में भी हम बात भी कर रहे थे, जो X price पे भी available है और X+10 पे भी available है. Absolutely.
तो वो same price के लिए dealerships are charging a bomb.
Yeah.
And customers are paying there.
But not to us.
But not to us. So, yes.
So, एक छोटा सा trick है इस पे, जितना see, I tell every client who's a first time client of mine that whenever I quote a price to a client of a brand, I tell him, he says कि यार मेरे को वहाँ तो इतने का मिल रहा है. ऐसे मैं आपको 5 नाम दे रहा हूँ गूगल कर से. उन 5 डिटेलिंग स्टोर्स पे कॉल करिए. They are the level of detailing and application that we are at. Call them up, ask them the same price for the same car. The pricing will not be more than 5 to 10% difference. It will not vary more than 5 to 10% higher or lower. True. So this is the right way for any client to check if the product that he's getting is original or not. He has to ask the pricing at the right place. Visit that workshop as well. See if that workshop has enough employees, enough people to do it. 95% of the people right now in the detailing industry are getting paint protection film application through an outsourced applicator. Let me tell you that as well.
The dealerships
as well, and the detailers as well.
Detailers as well. Me
per se, we are different is that we are doing, our team is all in-house. We've trained them through years of experience. And what it sets us apart is that there's never a no. There are detailers who are friends to me as well, and they call us up saying, "यार एक छोटा सा panel लगवा दो." Why do they say that? They say it because they don't have an in-house applicator. They won't be able to give you that level of service. Any client who calls me at any time saying that, I have a damage and I want to replace it, 9 times out of 10 we don't say no. We say yes, send the car.
और जो एक बार आप ना करते वो किस लिए?
It can be for a reason where we don't have those employees. They are very busy at that time, and and the work that they have is so will take too much time, and we understand that timeline, and then we give them a time. That's the only reason we'll say no, or else 9 times out of 10 we say yes, and sometimes people walk in and we do it for them.
I do not have an in-house thing, so I'm on the other side of it, but I have my own system of managing it. Like there is never a no of any kind of work.
Absolutely.
But the people I'm working with them from past 5 years. My team is like, it's an outsourced team, but 5 years is same people, same thing, and they are enhancing their skill. They have improved every time, and the best part with my team is that every time I ask them, ये वाला काम करके देखते हैं. Like if you have seen my Insta, we've done PPF on an alloy. It's an imported alloy. So I asked him, ये करेगा? He said, करते हैं ना. So, and he tried, although there was a huge wastage, because first time if you're picking up any job, but he did a fabulous job,
Hmm.
and customer was really happy. He was very happy.
So,
So-
so I'll tell you, Achita, I have also, since I've been doing this for 10 years, I know that there are a lot of, in fact, our employees have been trained, and there's a couple of employees who are working at good paint protection film companies, brands, as a technical trainer there. A couple of those employees
Yes.
were my employees first.
Yes,
I,
that's the pain. That's the biggest
but that's okay.
pain.
And
but
they're doing
you know,
good work.
and
Let
they're
me tell
doing
you,
good work, yes,
the
yes,
outsourced applicators today, the quality is way, way, way better. Maybe also because they're doing more cars and more different cars as well every day. It's not just they're doing it at your place, but yeah, you still have that loyalty with them that they're coming to you on your beck and call, which is very
my
good.
entire team, my staff has been with me from last 5 years. My outsourced teams, all my vendors. I believe in making up your team and then holding on to it.
Yeah.
थोड़ा बहुत compromise आपको कहीं ना कहीं तो करना ही पड़ता है, but if you are willing for that, and
Yeah,
if you are like, if you understand how important it is to retain people, so I think long term में then there is no challenge that you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
face
absolutely.
about that. So coming back to the franchisee model versus standalone, so what is one advice that you would want to give to people who are into a franchisee but they are not happy and they are scared of moving out of it?
We were one of the examples that our franchisees all over India, where people used to literally look up to us and call us up
3M.
every month after we stopped 3M.
Yeah.
We were getting calls from Bangalore and from South India, left, right, and center, where we were like, how's the experience? They were literally looking at us very carefully. And people have come up to us and called me up saying that, you were the example because of which we had got that confidence that yes, we can as a standalone also work, and it's not 3M because of which we are working. And I always used to be a very positive guy saying that, you are the one, you are the energy. It's not the brand. It is you who your client is always believing in. So believe in what you do, and you'll obviously, the client will see that energy and resonate with it as well.
True. So someone who's very, very fresh, uske liye, would you
Fresh
be
as a
advising
franchise, who's is in a franchisee or who's not?
who's fresh into this business?
So if he's fresh into the business, he should take at least a year and a half to at least understand the business through someone, and then maybe also look in the market. If you're in the business and you're literally coming to the work every day and you're really interested in learning, you'll understand that everything in 6-8 months, 1 year, and then you can see if you want to shift from there or not. I'm sure there are a lot of franchisees who are also very happy. It's not like all the franchisees are, not really happy with the work that they're doing. So it all depends on their own personal thing.
I haven't met anyone who's very happy in a franchisee.
Yeah?
Yes, I haven't. There are a couple of 4-5 big names in the industry that you can count on the fingers. Usme bhi people are owning a franchisee. They're working under them. कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स वहां से लेते हैं, बाकी सारा तो दे आर पिकिंग अप फ्रॉम द ग्रे मार्केट ओनली. इधर से उधर से व्हाइट लेबल प्रोडक्ट्स बहुत ज्यादा पिक कर रहे हैं.
Absolutely.
बॉक्स एक जो सबसे एग्जिस्टिंग प्रिवलेंट जो प्रैक्टिस है, दैट्स लाइक बॉक्स किसी और पीपीएफ का है, उसके अंदर रोल कोई और रखा हुआ है, एंड देन they've सील्ड इट वेरी प्रोफेशनली. Same happens with the ceramic coatings also that I've seen.
This box thing that you're telling me is happening at dealerships as well, by the way.
It is.
I have heard of instances where a very big brand is getting sold to the end customer at a price or at which we don't even get it at. 20% lesser than that price as well.
I know which brand you're talking about.
And clients,
uska
fake
khali
warranty
box.
cards. Yeah,
khali box.
5 grand, 4-5 grand.
हाँ, 4-5 grand. It is being sold.
We destroy each and every empty box that
same
we
here.
get.
I either return it to the company or I destroy it. I said there's nothing selling or recirculate nahi karna because it's going to backfire.
Yeah. Imagine
it's coming
a
back
big
to us.
cost to me as well.
Yes.
If I'm getting 5 grand for a 20 rolls, it's a big cost for me which we are destroying, right?
Yes.
Every month, just because we care that the client that is using the product should always get an original product. I got an instance a couple of weeks back where a client told me that they got a PPF done and the warranty was a hard copy. That same brand, I know because we are also doing the same brand, their hard copy warranty card shut 2 years back. They're on it, they've shifted to e-warranty.
E-warranty, yes.
And people still get influenced by it because of the pricing, and they ultimately get it done.
Because what they tell you on your face, आप बैठे हो ना वारंटी के लिए. Why do I have to worry? But I tell them कि अच्छा मेरा तो बहुत ही एकदम point blank answer होता है, मैं मर गई तो you have to tell them and they're like, क्या बोल रहे हो आप? I said, why are you dependent on me? Why do you want
to? You should not be dependent
you
on me or any other company employee as well.
Yes,
not even a company employee who's selling the PPF.
No one. I said, आप सीधे वारंटी लो ना. And अभी जितना भी आपका मेजर ब्रांड्स हैं PPF में, they are giving you all over India warranty.
Absolutely.
So आप कहीं पे भी मूव कर रहे हो, आपका कहीं पे भी प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, you do not have to wait and come back to me. आप सीधा कंपनी को फोन करो, they will tell me and we will talk to them. जहाँ पे आपको वहाँ वारंटी मिल जाएगा. What is your problem? So अभी at least 90-95% people have understood, but still 5% of the clients are still there who are like, I am very comfortable. आप दे रहे हो ना, आप बैठे हो ना. और उसमें भी 2-3% ऐसे होते हैं जो बहुत arrogantly कहते हैं वारंटी तो मैं सब निकलवा लूंगा. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there are all sorts of clients.
Yes, all sorts of clients. So you were saying कि अगर if someone is like absolutely new, they should get hands on to through franchisee for about a year. कोई और तरीका नहीं है जिसके through they can.
So they can also work with someone like you if they want to, or a client just approached me a couple of days back and that they want to get associated with us and open up another area. So we would love to help them, and we are also building processes around it as well. And so they can also coordinate with, I'm sure you must have had some existing clients who must have been like, that मेरे को भी यही काम करना है, because they must be seeing your workshops also.
I haven't. बहुत सारे क्लाइंट्स पूछते हैं आपने नहीं सोचा है अपना फ्रेंचाइजी एक्सपेंड करने के लिए, या वी विल हैंडल योर सेकंड स्टोर और थिंग्स लाइक दैट. बट the main issue that I face is quality control, because not everybody's integrity would be as intact as yours. So that's where I've really refrained from expanding. But I don't know. I somehow feel same enthusiasm, same commitment, same integrity
to another person
is yes. वहाँ पे फिर क्वालिटी कैसे कंट्रोल होगा? एंड देन जिस ब्रांड को बिल्ड करने में आपने इतनी मेहनत करी है उसको वहाँ तक लेके आए जहाँ पे यू टेल देम कि सर कमिटमेंट हो गया तो यही मिलेगा.
Absolutely.
वो चीज को वो पूरा डाइल्यूट हो जाएगा.
Also because of the sort of unorganized market that we are working around. I'm sure you must be getting PPFs from vendors left, right and center, where every second day you must be getting another brand of PPF introduced. I tell my vendors, so we have a very strict basis on which I select my vendors. Imagine I get a same vendor for a same brand, another distributor 10 days back who's like, I'm willing to give it to you at 5% less cost. And I tell them very clearly, I say, listen, I'm associated with a person for 5-7 years. He's been through with us on a beck and call. 5% cost is nothing for us, because we would like to, it's a big challenge for us to maintain that database at the back end as well, where we also have to see, this role has come through this warranty channel and we have to apply that warranty as well, because there are 4-5 brands that we are using as well, right? So every car will have different brand that has been applied on. So that brand warranty, that which role has been applied, which role ID has been applied. So there's a lot of back-end team work that also goes around. So that goes for a toss. Instead of getting another distributor for 5%, I would much rather tell my team to handle more clients and build more business and get more business. So use your energy in that versus saving up your cost over there, for another distributor.
That is exactly the same point I was saying, like, take your time to build your vendors and your channel partners and then stick on to them.
Yeah.
Because that eventually pays in the long run.
Absolutely.
So are you planning to get into franchisee model, or आपको भी वही problem लगता है कि you cannot control quality?
It is difficult. Eventually, I would like it only when I'm very confident that it will portray the sort of brand and the sort of quality that we like to achieve at our workshops. So we would like to do it in a very different way than the regular franchisees who are doing it right now. Maybe we'll give a store and will be run by us and our team and not someone else. So that's, we're still, So we're still looking at different models, but it takes a lot of time and effort, and we still have,
that's a lot of energy, effort, time, money.
Absolutely.
It's company owned, company operated. Very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah. So that means you have the same idea in mind, like, expanding through your own, just getting the investors. That's it.
So in fact, we get clients from, so our workshops are in Kirti Nagar, but then we get clients from all over Delhi, Gurgaon.
Mm-hmm.
We get a few clients from Dehradun, Jodhpur, all parts of India as well. So in Noida as well. So we can think of another store somewhere close by, but let's see.
Yeah, because if you're doing a good work and if word of mouth is spreading, then yes, I have a couple of clients from Lucknow, Itawa, Gwalior. Yes,
I'm sure.
Indore, Bhopal, I've done. But these are the clients who they look up to the quality that is being given here. And I never upset them. Like, I always try to be at their expectations so that they are happy. Absolutely. When they go back, they carry the good experience. Not the, Delhi mein to sab dhoka hai. Because I know that Delhi also has Karol Bagh. Delhi also has a lot of people who are willing to do any work at any price.
वो धोखा वाले लोग थोड़े ज़्यादा हो गए हैं, तो सच्चे वाले लोग थोड़े सच्चे लोग थोड़े से मुश्किल हो रहे हैं बिलीव करने लोगों को. ये थोड़ा सा चैलेंज है.
ये बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है, थोड़ा सा चैलेंज नहीं है. बिकॉज माय रेगुलर कस्टमर भी कभी कभी आपको क्वेश्चन करते हैं कि मैम बहुत सारा ना टाइम के साथ साथ जैसे जैसे प्रोडक्ट्स इवॉल्व होते हैं तो प्राइसिंग कम हो जाती है, आपकी प्राइसिंग क्यों नहीं कम होती है? ज़्यादा हो जाती है. बिकॉज देयर आर टू वेज. व्हाट आई हैव फॉलोड इज कि आप बेटर प्रोडक्ट पे स्विच कर जाओ एट द सेम प्राइसिंग, या फिर उसी प्रोडक्ट की जैसे ही प्राइसिंग कम हो जाए तो आप लो प्राइस कैटेगरी में आ जाओ. सो आई ऑलवेज प्रेफर दी फॉर्मर वन कि आपका अगर प्रोडक्ट बेटर हो रहा है R&D के थ्रू, सेम प्राइस पे बेटर प्रोडक्ट मिल रहा है, सो यू स्टिक टू दैट. और अगर थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा प्राइस पे बहुत बेटर प्रोडक्ट मिल रहा है तो यू शिफ्ट टू दैट.
Yeah, that's definitely there. Pricing is a very important factor. But quality is something which you should always look at, because I have seen PPF, जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी PPF की, उसमें जो 50-60 हज़ार वाला PPF बोल रहे थे, 2 साल में पता चल जाता है कि उसकी क्या वैल्यू है and what is the sort of
2 ही साल मुश्किल से चल पाता है.
2 साल में you get to know what is the difference between a branded top quality product versus a very basic money saving product that you've got done. So as I tell my clients, 10,000 का भी phone आता है, 1 लाख रुपए का भी phone आता है. So the same way you get a paint protection film which is for 2.5-2 lakh rupees as well, and you'll get something for 20,000-40,000 rupees as well. But yes, there will always be a difference. A good brand will be the same on day 1 till 7th, 8th, 10th year of your car. The degradation of that product because of the environmental challenge, environment damage that is there in the city like Delhi, especially in India, that product does not degrade more than 4-5% versus a unbranded 40,000-50,000 rupee product that will degrade in 2 years to 90%. That is what I've seen myself with the sort of 10 years of experience that we've had. Someone who's opened up a detailing store 1 year before, who any detailer, any vendor will come to him and say कि यार ये लगा लो, वो सोचेगा सस्ता है लगा लेता हूँ, क्लाइंट भी ज़्यादा आ जाएंगे. बट उसको ये नहीं पता है 1 साल बाद उसका क्या होना है, क्योंकि उसको पता ही नहीं है कि उसने वो टाइम देखा ही नहीं है, लॉन्ग टर्म विजन देखा
भी नहीं है. तो आपने हैव यू हैंडल्ड एनी ऑफ दीज बैड क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट PPF कार जिसका आपने निकाला है, या कैसे हैंडल करते हो कहीं से?
सो इफ अ कार हैज बीन डन बाय not done by us, and it has a PPF which is a very low quality PPF, and we know it will be a challenge, we completely say no. Even if the person is asking us for to pay us money for it, we say no, we don't have the time and we won't do it.
That's where the experience plays a role. जहाँ पे मतलब अगर आप स्टैंड अलोन हैं और न्यू आउटलेट है, सो यू विल बी मोर इंक्लाइन कि यार 10,000 रुपये दे रहा है क्लाइंट मुझे PPF निकालने के, मैं निकाल देता हूँ. बट ही डजंट नो कि उसमें उसका और 20-30 हज़ार रुपये का खर्चा होने वाला है. पेंट भी निकलेगा, गम रह जाएगा, प्लस बहुत सारी PPF जो है वो थोड़ा चिप करके निकता है छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में.
So what has happened with us is that obviously when there was a 3M car care store as I had, right? So at that time we did do a lot of Scotch Guard paint protection films, which was a very entry level film at that time, but that was the only film that was available. It was a PVC based film.
Yes.
They offered a warranty of 1 year, so all the clients knew that there was a 1 year warranty to it. But obviously they kept the film for more than 4-5 years. So those films have also had these problems, and when those are our clients, we never say no to them. We have taken them off successfully.
Mhm.
But we still tell them that there is a chance of a paint out there because you've kept the film for longer than it was recommended.
Mhm.
Now the films are coming with 10 years of warranty, which was
Yes.
unheard of at the time when we started installing that. So
True.
yes, that damage will not happen at that level, which has happened before. A new client who's got some cheap product done, we do not wish to take the PPF off because it takes a lot of hard work in terms of the paint, and there's a chance of a paint chipping off 9 times out of 10.
So if someone wants to be your client now and if they've had a PPF, low quality PPF done on the car, so you tell them कि सर जहाँ से लगवाइए वहाँ से आप निकलवा लो, उसके बाद मैं बाकी का काम कर लूँगा, या how do you handle
If
that?
they want to get another PPF done, we will also need to tell them that these are the risks involved. The money is another part. The risk is that when we are taking the PPF off, the paint will also be chipped off, right? So he has to trust us that it is not us who's damaged your paint. It is the
Quality of the
quality of
PPF.
the PPF that has damaged your paint.
Mhm.
So yes, we can do it, but 9 times out of 10 we don't really get into that of taking off someone else's PPF.
So are you also one of those detailers who are just waiting for the bad quality to backfire, and then you will say, look, this is what we were talking about?
It has always proved me right. Whenever I have let go of a so as we've worked on referral basis and we get a lot of clients through references, so there are old clients as well who's also giving us cars, but one of them one or two of them in a year also get influenced by some 40,000-50,000 rupee PPF.
Yes.
So we have had instances we have let go of them, and it has always proved right. After a year or two of cycle, they've come back to us.
And also I feel that not everyone would be your client.
Yeah.
Not everyone. You have to be very selective about के आप किस तरह के clients से associate करना पसंद करेंगे and who you would like to retain.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
Definitely it should not be in the bad taste.
Yeah, the experience of the client should be good, and he should also believe in you and what you are saying.
Yes,
that is very
does
important.
matter.
Because
hugely.
Right now everyone has a different opinion about everything. Like if I get a car done through us, there will be another friend of that client who must have got it from some other person, and it's very easy for them to say कि यार ये इसमें ये चीज कमी है, and he doesn't know that since we know paint as well, we do paint jobs and very high end paint jobs as well. So paint protection करने के लिए सबसे पहले तो paint job पता होना जरूरी है. We get instances where dealership से brand new गाड़ी आई है but 2 panels are repainted. Now I tell my client that the panel is repainted, but
they don't believe,
and then the service guy, no sir, ऐसे ठीक है आप बोल रहे हो कि नहीं है repainted, मैं एप्लीकेशन के टाइम पे इन 2 पैनल्स पे वारंटी नहीं दूंगा. इफ द पेंट गेट्स चिप्ड ऑफ, इट्स नॉट आवर गारंटी, इट्स नॉट आवर प्रॉब्लम. दे से ओके गो अहेड, एंड दैट हैज ऑलवेज प्रूवन अस राइट.
सो ये भी है ना कि इतना ब्लाइंड फेथ है डीलरशिप्स के ऊपर कस्टमर्स को. पीडीआई तो बहुत अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं लोग, है ना, और करा लेंगे थोड़ा. आजकल तो बहुत स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसीज आ गई हैं पीडीआई के लिए.
कंपनीज आर डूइंग बाय चार्जिंग सम मनी, एंड
दे आर चार्जिंग 1,500 to 5,000 rupees, which is not much of an amount when you are buying multi-lakhs car. So I think they should spend it, because when मेरे साथ भी यही होता है, when I tell them sir ये repainted है, so like आपको पता कुछ नहीं है, it is not repainted. क्या बात आप करो, शोरूम से सीधे आ रही है, like आ रही है, I understand that, but ये repainted है. He's like, I've had a BMW which was repainted. The entire boot was repainted, and this client, he was like, he blasted me off. He's like, आपको लग रहा है आपको इनसे ज्यादा नॉलेज है, आपको लग रहा है आप इनको चैलेंज कर रहे हो. आई सेड सर मैं तो चैलेंज कर रही हूँ, आप वापस चले जाओ, उनसे बात कर लो. एंड देन व्हेन ही स्पोक टू देम, so obviously it was little embarrassment, but yes, he felt that कि ये तो.
So I'll tell you how to go about this situation. Okay. So I've had this situation with me in 2015 or 16 where a client had a really high-end German car, and one of the panels was repainted. So the client was a friend of mine, and he said, let's go to that dealership together. If you're saying that this is true, let's go. I said, I'm okay with it.
Finally, you have a paint meter?
Yeah, we have a paint meter as well.
Okay.
So then I was like, let's go. So we went there because it was a very expensive 2-3 crore rupee car at that time in 2015-16. And then the dealership obviously refused. I said, no problem. The moment I told them that give it in writing on your letterhead that this car is not repainted by the dealership at any panel. We are okay with it. Give that letterhead to us in writing.
Okay.
That's when they refused, because they knew inside when the head painter came and he said that yes, we have painted this panel. That's how you have to tell them.
Very true, very true. They I take I record it through the micrometer, make a report, take a copy and give it to the clients. So this is it, because there's no other way that you can आप रात दिन पेंट में डील कर रहे हो,
Absolutely.
उसको फील कर रहे हो, टच कर रहे हो, हाथ लगाते ही पता चल जाता है. हाथ लगाने की भी जरूरत कई बार नहीं पड़ती है, बहुत दूर से ही दिख जाता है यार ये वाला पैनल रीपेंटेड है, बिकॉज रात दिन वही काम है ना. कुछ और तो नहीं है. उतना कस्टमर्स उतना ध्यान से नहीं देखते हैं. एंड दे लाइक व्हेन दे कम एंड चैलेंज यू. मेरी गाड़ी सिंगल हैंड ड्रिवन है, कहीं लगी नहीं है, कहीं कुछ हुआ नहीं है, और वो कई जगह से डैमेज होती है. सो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये भी हो सकता है.
So Jita, I've had an experience, so I'll share with you this experience. So there was a client, had a Porsche Taycan. He once gives me a call and he's like, I want to get a paint protection film done.
New car?
On a brand new car.
Okay.
I said, okay, come. He gets the car to us. The car was red in color, but he had actually, the actual color of the car was white. But he wanted a red. And since he did not get a red color car, he must have got it repainted from some place. And since we are also into paint, so the car came to us, and then I didn't even have a look at the car because he said it's a brand new car, 100 kilometers done. So I didn't really have a look at the car. He came inside, we closed everything, that this is the PPF that you're looking at and this and that. It was evening. Next day morning, I take a look at the car. The car was very badly repainted. And then I called him. I said, why are you getting a paint protection film done? He said, because there's no gloss in the car. I said, the gloss in the car, there was no clear coat.
No clear coat.
It was one of the worst paint jobs that I've ever seen. And I told him that your car does not require a paint protection film. Even if I put in this, I will take only 3 days and I will take 2.5 lakh rupees from you and I'll be very happy. But you'll not be happy. You need a good paint job. Eventually, he agreed. We stripped the whole car back. We got him the best of paint jobs, and when he saw his car before taking a delivery, he said, now please PPF this as well.
Because he wanted to protect that paint.
Yeah,
that's the whole idea.
You have to give that person the right recommendation, and he trusted us, and that's how we've built that trust in our quality that we try to achieve to every client.
ये वाला boldness के लिए you have to be in the business for last 5-6 years at least.
Yeah. In fact, that paint job costed 50% less of the money that we charged. So my sales are going down. I didn't care about it. I cared about the fact that he needs to be satisfied with the amount of money he spends, whether it's 100 rupees or a lakh.
Yeah, but that's the cost of faith building. Yeah. And he's a permanent client to you now.
For years.
For years, yes, that has happened. So, you do ceramic as well?
Yeah, we do ceramic
as well. So another point that I want to ask you, aapka, are you someone who's like the market, pressed for time? Do you like to give cars at the within the time frame that customer gives you, or you give your time frame that itna time to isme lagega hi, isse pehle main nahi de sakta hu?
So we've had instances where I have said no to a car because he wants to get a car in a certain timeline, and I say itne time mein ye gaadi ho hi nahi sakti, and even though he wants to do it, we have sent the car back. I said we can't do it, and not because we are filled with cars. We're always filled with cars, thankfully, but we've got a good car park where we can do 12 to 15 cars at one go. But the process that was required on that car was at least 3 days, and he wanted us to do a 3-day work in 1 day, and that is not possible. A 3-day work is possible. We can squeeze it to 2.5 days, but nothing less than that.
Nothing less than that.
So because if I do a car, I wanted to go out saying that yes, this has been done by us, and for that level of quality to be achieved, I need that specific time.
Okay, so PPF that you're doing is through plotter, pre-cut?
We do a mix of both. Earlier, we were doing just plotter. First, we were obviously doing bulk application as always. 2 years back, we started using plotter as well, which is definitely very beneficial. And but now we've realized that India is a market where you need to do a mix of bulk application and pre-cut.
Mhm.
where definitely around the logos part, where we do need a pre-cut, because I see every day when I'm driving around that there are logos, the full logos are not there on a car, and I realize this has been PPF'd. Versus us, we are using a plotter. We use a very high-end software with it, where each and every part is there in the software. In fact, because of the plotter, we are able to do biddings of the car which are glossy in this thing, and in fact the grills are
The
also
piano
being,
finish
yeah,
also
and
is
the
like a
grills
lot of,
and the
yeah,
grills are
grills.
also
Okay.
getting PPF'd as
Mhm.
well, which is not
Mhm.
possible with a blade,
Mhm.
with a hand application.
So obviously the cost must be going high.
Yeah,
in that
and the
case.
coverage and the
Coverage.
time is also
Time, yes,
time भी ज़्यादा
very
लगता है ना
true.
अगर आप pre-cut
Yeah.
कर रहे हैं, so each and every small panel takes more time than a big panel.
Yeah.
So that intricacy will obviously take more time, and then interior pre-cut will also take more time. One day
Mhm.
is only for interior pre-cut application as well. So that is the reason our timeline increases. But now, thankfully, with years of my clients having trust and faith in us, they send the car and they don't even ask when are you giving it back. They say कि जब तक रखना है रखो, ठीक से करके दे देना.
And how much time in particular you take for a whole car repaint?
Repaint depends on a lot of things. The repaint depends on what is the current quality of the panels that we are repainting. It also, if a full car is there, we can do it in 5 to 7 days as well. But if the quality of the current paint job is bad and the metal is not that great, then we can take up to 12 to 15 days as well.
Mhm.
So it all depends on the quality of the current paint, the car's condition that has come to us.
Okay. So, and then to conclude, I would also want your advice for the customers. How will you tell them to differentiate between good and bad quality, good and bad detailer?
See, visit the detailer, number one, see their experience, see the sort of cars that they are doing, see the sort of work that they are doing. Just don't call 5 detailers and finalize the one who's giving the cheapest product.
That's how
And number
customers
one,
have,
I tell my
going
client
on.
is that अगर आपको मेरा जो ब्रांड मैं आपको सजेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, आपको वो कहीं और मिल रहा है, ठीक है, आप कह रहे हो 50% लेस पे मिल रहा है, मैं अपने आप से उनको 4-5 नाम दे देता हूँ, एंड ऐसे कि आप इनसे पता करो. They are
Do
my
you tell
competition.
price on phone?
I do.
Okay.
That's not
Then,
a problem. I do tell price because, as I said, 80-90% of my clientele is getting through references, coming through references and repeat clients. So we don't mind giving the pricing on the phone. But yes, it's always beneficial for them to visit and understand, because we like to make them understand the product as well. But if that doesn't happen, then we're happy to give the price on the phone as well.
So that was Kunal and Ishita, and you're watching The Shine Show, India's #1 detailing podcast.